Hey guys, back at it again, and this time we got the review for the new Timothee Chalamet movie, Marty Supreme. Yes, so I got to see the new Timothee Chalamet movie, Marty Supreme, directed by Josh Safdie, also starring Gwyneth Paltrow and Odessa A'zion and Kevin O'Leary and Tyler Creator, among others. And it's kind of like this sports comedy drama. It follows Marty's character as he wants to be the next great table tennis player, but constantly gets himself in stuff. But he's trying to make money in order to get to the world championship. But he's always getting himself in something that he shouldn't get himself into, and along the way, just craziness ensues. The best way to describe this movie, I mean, there's a version. It has a lot of similarities. Directed by the same people, obviously, the Safdie brothers. The movie I'm talking about is Uncut Gems. Both Safdie brothers, I believe, worked on that. Where this is just Josh Safdie. So. But it does. His character has some similarities to the Uncut Gem character, as far as like he's incredibly overconfident, has crazy cockiness, only really cares about himself. I mean, I don't think that's entirely true, but like he really is so goal driven and so focused on the table tennis that he at times kind of just doesn't. He thinks he's coming off decent, but he's really shoving some of these people away along the as the movie goes on. Yes, I have to say. So going into this movie, I did not really like the trailers. I was like, I mean, I'm going to see it because it's Timothee Chalamet, but. Yeah, I just didn't know what to really expect. I just didn't really like the trailers. Oscar buzz came along. Obviously, Chalamet's getting a bunch of Oscar buzz. This movie's getting Oscar buzz, so I was like, I gotta check it out. Obviously, we have the Oscar videos. Speaking of Oscar videos, there's 2 up on the channel. Definitely go check them out. I'll put a link in the description. But I was like, okay, let me go check it out. Finally got the chance to check it out. This movie's fantastic. It is an intense thrill ride from start to finish. And that's some of the similarities it holds with Uncut Gems. You're always on edge. It's an anxious movie. You're in this vision of Marty's where he's so goal driven, but he has all this chaos around him, but it's chaos that he kind of creates along the way. And the Safdie brothers do such an excellent job, and Josh Safdie in this case, of just making you feel like craziness is constant, like the anxiety is insane. I'll say the sports aspect of this movie, it's there, but I'm more interested in, a lot of times my favorite parts of this movie is the stuff with Marty Chalamet's character and Odessa's character, Rachel. So that's basically Rachel's his lifelong friend, but he gets her impregnated, but he doesn't really want anything to do with her. But she kind of sticks by him. Their relationship it's very realistic and really messed up, but you're kind of always into what's going on with them. But then he also has a different relationship with Gwyneth Paltrow's character. She's kind of an actress that is a struggling actress, an older one that's kind of passed her by, and she happens to be with this millionaire, whatever he is, Rockefeller, Milton Rockefeller, and he's like a head of a pen company. But him and Marty have like an affair, and so there's so much in this movie. It packs a punch, which I love. Another thing I really loved about this movie, the score is amazing. The score / soundtrack is amazing. It feels like a big movie. It has that big feeling. There's even a scene towards the end where he's in this tennis match or table tennis match, and there's like this horror type score going on, but it works so well. And oh man, I love that. I would actually go out and get the score of this movie. I think it's terrific. It's one of my favorite things about the movie. And it keeps you on the edge of your seat, keeps you tense, and it does a really good job of that. And there's some good soundtrack songs on here as well. But yeah, just going back to Timothee Chalamet, he is amazing in this movie. He should be nominated. If he wins, that's debatable. I mean, there's some great ones out there. I mean, I got to see Dwayne Johnson not earlier in the year, but a few months ago in The Smashing Machine. He was excellent in that. Obviously, Michael B. Jordan is excellent. I think Joel Edgerton for Train Dreams is excellent. But Timothee Chalamet is so good as this cocky kid that feels like no matter who or what, he has to get to what he wants to do. No matter who he has to screw over, or maybe not even who he has to screw over, but who can help him along the way to get what he wants. But yeah, he's so excellent. Also, Odessa A'zion, if I'm pronouncing her name right, she is great in this movie. Very believable. I love the chemistry between her and Timothee Chalamet. I just think they're great together, and she has a really good performance. I wonder if I don't know if she's going to be up for supporting actress or not, but I thought she was really good. Gwyneth Paltrow does a really good job in this. Milton Rockefeller, the guy, he's kind of like more of an asshole type character. He does a really good job with that. An asshole, like rich kind of guy, and does a really good job portraying that. But yeah, this movie from start to finish will have you on the edge of your seat. It's so good. I suggest going out to theaters to see this movie. It's such a fun, intense ride that you're on. It's just a fun adventure type film. Also, like as you're going from each scene to the next, there's always something crazy. Like you're like, how did we get here? And then you're like, oh, it's just Marty putting himself in another crazy situation, which is somewhat similar to Uncut Gems in that way, but told in a different kind of way. And Marty's character is not exactly like the character from Uncut Gems Adam Sandler plays, but yeah, I mean, just excellent stuff. One of the best movies of the year, in my opinion. It's going to be up there. I got my top 10 movies of the year coming out soon, before the end of the year is up. So yeah, I mean, that should be an interesting top 10. I'm not really sure. Not sure how that's going to go, but should be a good one. But as far as negatives, I don't really have many. I think I only have one. I don't even know if it's a negative. Towards the end, Marty kind of goes through and finally gets something of what he wanted, changes his demeanor a bit. And I don't know, there's a part of me that's like, did he deserve this? Did his character go through enough of a change for me to buy this? But did he earn it? I don't know that question, or the answer to that question, I should say. I was kind of mixed on that part of it, but other than that, I mean, the table tennis stuff's good in this. The acting is great. Well done, Josh Safdie and Timothee Chalamet and the rest of the cast. Like I said, one of the best movies of the year, and definitely go out and check it out. And my new grading system, this is easy. This is a must-watch, must go and see. I wouldn't suggest anything else. I would say see this in theaters. I mean, you don't have to. It's not like an F1 or something like that, or an Avatar, but as far as like a theater experience. But it is kind of. Like, in the same rate, it kind of is. I think it would... when I went to see it, I didn't see it with a ton of people, but I think if you go see this with a ton of people in the theater, I think it could be a really dope experience. But yeah, I can't wait for other Safdie projects. Chalamet, I said this a couple years ago, this guy is the next superstar. I mean, and he's clearly there. So yeah, I'll keep going to see his movies. I'm excited for Odessa, who has been in some things that I enjoyed, and I think she's been really good. So yeah, hopefully we continue to get stuff like this from those actors and actresses, and we'll see how it goes going forward. But yeah, guys, as far as the channel goes, like I mentioned, I got the top 10 movies of 2025 coming out soon. I got to get that out there. And I also got my most anticipated movies of the year. I believe I'll be having someone on for that. Maybe, it might be just me, but I might have someone on. I'm not sure yet. But yep, that's the review of Marty Supreme. And as always, guys, I'll see you next time.